Hello, 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 and welcome to the Silly Side Projects vlog. This is episode number 1 in a hopefully long journey of making vlogs. Today we are beginning the journey into building our first video game and trying to get it published or out there. I'm not sure the correct terminology. This is all very new to me. And maybe make some money and have fun along the way and learn something and share my learning experience with others. I'll preface this all, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I'm going to try and do these vlogs kind of as a one-shot, a little bit less polished than I would usually do. Just kind of go through, I've got some screens, some tabs and things lined up that I want to talk through, but we'll keep it kind of really informal. And yeah, so without further ado, let's jump in from the start and show you kind of what led up to today and where I'm hoping to go from here. So, about 2 weeks ago, a Twitch streamer that I follow, Pirate Software, had hosted a game jam, and I've never done a game, never made a game, and I thought this would be like the awesome time to do it. And so the theme was Shadows and Alchemy, and I had this idea for a puzzle game, and I went ahead and over 2 weeks, like an hour or two after work each day, I built it. And that's what you see on the screen here is my submission for the game jam. And there's still some things that are coming soon and haven't been implemented, and the code's kind of a mess, and so it could use some love, it could use some reworking and stuff like that. But this is where we're at. Like, you can hop in, you can play it. And so earlier today, probably about 10 hours ago, I started reading this lovely doc created by Pirate Software, that same Twitch streamer that I was talking about. And I landed on Steam as like a target and a place to get my game published. And I want this to be a very collaborative experience as I build this game. And so I thought that the first thing I wanted to do was build or get myself set up such that folks could playtest and follow along as I stream my journey, because I will be on Twitch, and I'll get to that later in my little presentation. And I'll also note that all of these links will be available in the YouTube description down below. And so I got started on Steam, and I came to the Steamworks page, which is where Steam kind of does all their game development stuff, and went through the whole process of setting up an account and beginning a game. And I jumped right in and just started filling out fields, and I really had no idea what I was doing. And I spent a few hours kind of mucking around in here. Spent a long while taking all the designs that I'd made for my game and turning them into all the various like library and store layouts and stuff like that. And at one point I stumbled upon the way to make your game available for playtesting. And so that's what I focus on for the rest of the day. And I'll get to that a little bit later. But stepping back real quick, kind of to set goals and priorities for this project. When I first created my account with Steamworks, I found this awesome little homepage which has a calendar of events coming up. And one of them that I noted was the Steam Next Fest. And so I was clicking through all these, and none of them really applied to me except for this one. And so the cool thing about this one is that it's basically just a place to have publicly playable demos, and I thought that was pretty cool. And so I found in my side projects, if I don't have a deadline, a goal in sight, that I just kind of go on indefinitely, and that I think can be very dangerous. Or if you don't really set like constraints on yourself to finish the thing, then you'll just forever be polishing it, improving it and stuff like that, and you'll just never get anything done. So I was kind of on the search for a due date of sorts, you could say. And so the game jam really helped me, because that was 2 weeks. And so for this, the due date is in about 3 weeks from now. So this is what I'm aiming for, and this is what I'm hoping to do over the next 3 weeks and then beyond. And so yeah, so I've spent the last like many hours working through Steamworks and getting the basics of like the store for the playtest set up, and then the game build set up as well. And it was a bit of a journey. And so I wanted to give a special call out to 2 great resources that I found. So first to, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this correctly, RODev, which has this tutorial on how to upload a game to Steam. It is specifically geared more towards Windows, and Steam in general is geared more towards folks that develop games on Windows machines. And so I found this really hard. But luckily, there was this awesome individual, Infinity Beard, who had actually originally asked a question in this discussion and then came back and answered it themselves with this lovely long write-up on how to get your game on Mac deployed to Steam. And so I highly recommend these two resources, especially if you're a Mac dev. But yeah, so after many hours, my game is now available just to myself, at least, in my library, and I can click play, and it'll come up, and I can jump in and start playing. And my goal here is that I wanted to set this as my first priority so that I could make my journey on Twitch and here with these vlogs very collaborative. And a good place to start is that folks can come in and they can play the game and they can give feedback and we can build something awesome together. And hopefully I can share my learnings and things as we go. And so I've actually just made the repo for the Game Jam publicly available, so you can find all the code, all the resources, all that good stuff here at this link, which again I'll link down below. And also my learnings for today of dealing with Steam, I've documented here, and then also to set up like my config and stuff like that, which maybe if you find this vlog far in the future as a Mac developer, it is of some help. And so lastly, I just want to call out my own Twitch channel. So this is where I will be live streaming my creative endeavors, all my silly side project stuff, twitch.tv/silly side projects, and I'll link it down below. But that's more or less the vlog for today. If you have any questions about anything, please ask them now, ask them later, ask them whenever. I would love to be an educational resource to you in your own journey. Until next time, happy making, and I'll catch you later.